So children, already we have seen in the previous class, I would have taken the nervous system. So the main thing, what is the unit of nervous system? Neuron. That I said already. Neuron, what is impulse? That is our immediate reaction. If anything has happened, it's known as what? Impulse. Neuron is the basic unit of nervous system. What is the unit of nervous system? Means neuron. Okay, now we have to see human nervous system. The previous class I said what is nervous system, then what's the structure of neuron, what are the parts present in the neuron, how the actions, what are the types of neuron, bipolar, multipolar, unipolar neuron, where does it present, and how the impulse is carried over, everything we have seen. Now we have to see human nervous system. Human nervous system consists of it is divided into three kinds. What are they? Central nervous system, that is CNS, central nervous system, and then peripheral nervous system, PNS, and autonomous nervous system. Autonomic nervous system. So, we will see all these three in detail. So, human nervous system consists of three divisions. One is central. We have to study about our human nervous system under three subdivisions. What are the subdivisions? Central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and human nervous system. So, central nervous system is very important when compared with other things. All the systems are important only, which just play the major role, the central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. We will see what are the parts present in that. The central nervous system, first we have to say CNS. That is, what does it mean? Central nervous system. So, what are the parts it consists of? Brain and spinal cord. Children, you know very well what is brain, what is spinal cord. In 9th standard, I took you all to lab and I show the model. What are the models we are keeping in our school? The lab. I took you all and show what is brain, how the thing, it is two lobes. So, I showed you very clearly to you. Just think over. Then when school reopens, I will show what are the models present in our school. I will show. Okay. So, central nervous system, brain and the spinal cord. So, brain, you know, brain is protected in the cranial cavity. Cranial, that is, cranial cavity means what? That is skeleton within the axle. It is present in the cranial cavity. So, all our inner organs are protected by the bony covers and covered by layers. Inner organs are very important. Internal organs, they are protected. So, the brain consists of, the central nervous system consists of two types of matter. One is grey matter, other one is white matter. Grey matter is present with the myelin sheath or without myelin sheath. And white matter also present in the grey matter and white matter. So, they may have the myelin sheath or may not have the myelin sheath. Now, we have to see the brain. The brain, I said, this is a controlling organ. Whatever the actions we are doing, we are getting the orders immediately from the brain. For example, if something pricks in our palm, that is in the foot, immediately the message through the nervous system, the group of nerves, I said no, through that it goes to the brain only. Brain that is automatically it gives the message to us, and immediately we are just looking at our foot and remove the thing what pricks you. Okay, this is known as what? Impulse. The message goes to the brain and immediate answer, that is known as impulse. Okay, a central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Brain, I said, it is in the cranial box. It is covered by three layers. Brain is the brain. First we have to say brain. Brain. What is it? It is the controlling center. Brain is the controlling center. It has three covers. Brain is protected by three covers. What are the covers? Dura mater, then arachnoid matter, arachnoid, and pia matter. So, brain, I said, it is the controlling center. It is very protectedly safe in the bony box, that is cranial box. It has three covers: dura mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater. We'll see what is dura mater. It is the outermost cover. This is outermost tough cover. This is middle. This is innermost. Outermost means what? As soon as you look at the brain, first cover is outermost cover, middle cover, and inner cover. So next we have to say arachnoid matter. It is covered by, it is made up of the vascular system, that is blood capillaries, blood vessels, everything is present in that. It's like a cushion. It's the softest part of the brain. And pia mater, it is the innermost and delicate. It is supplied with the blood. So all these things is known as meninges. All the three covers are known as meninges. All the internal covers of the brain is known as what I said, meninges. Now we have seen the external, that is brain has three covers. It is a center, that is it is controlling center. Now we have to say what are the parts present in the brain. You know well, brain, what are the parts present in the brain? Brain consists of cerebrum, let me write there, it is very down, you cannot see properly, I think so. So, brain consists of cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata, and pons. Brain consists of four parts, that is cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla, pons cerebelli. So we have to see about all these four parts only in detail. In this cerebrum, it is the biggest part of the brain. Cerebellum, next to that, it has two lobes. Cerebellum also two lobes. So medulla oblongata, it's a connective thing which extends into spinal cord. Pons is the connective bridge between the cerebrum and the two lobes are connected by the pons cerebelli. Let us see cerebrum first. Cerebrum is the biggest part of the brain. 3/4 of the brain is covered by cerebrum. So what are the parts present in that, we will see. And further we can divide them into see the structure here, structure of the brain. So brain can be divided into three main parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Okay, yeah. First we have to say forebrain. That is the first portion. Forebrain. What are the things present in that? Cerebrum and diencephalon. Cerebrum and diencephalon. Cerebrum is the biggest part of the brain, I said. This is the largest portion. Nearly 2/3 of the brain. 2/3 of the brain is covered by cerebrum only. It has it divides into two hemispheres. That is, the two hemispheres are known as, first we have to say cerebrum. It is divided into two hemispheres. So they are known as cerebral hemisphere. In between the two hemispheres, there is a gap that is known as what? Median cleft. So, the cerebrum, both the cerebrums are, it's two lobes I said, no, both the lobes are connected by a special kind of hemisphere that is known as corpus callosum. They are connected by, both the lobes are connected by bridges, nerve fibers. These nerve fibers are known as corpus callosum. Children, underline what is corpus callosum. That is two hemisphere, that is two lobes of, they are in the hemisphere shape. The two lobes of the brain, the forebrain, cerebrum is connected by fibers, nerve fibers. These nerve fibers are known as corpus callosum. It's in page number 222, underline what it is. So, the two cerebral hemispheres are interconnected under the heading cerebrum. Fifth line it is. The two cerebral hemispheres are interconnected by thick band of the nerve fibers called corpus callosum. That is very important. What is corpus callosum? 2 mark question maybe. This is made up of grey matter of the cerebral cortex. Cortex means what? Outer cover. And cerebral cortex, cerebral medulla, and there is gyri and sulci. Okay, so every cerebral we can see one frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. So, they are known as cerebral lobes. So, important thing is the structure of the cerebrum and what is corpus callosum. Next thing, diencephalon. Next, what is the cerebrum we have seen. The cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres. They are connected by, there is a gap between the two hemispheres, that is known as what? Median cleft. The two hemispheres are connected by the nerve fibers. The nerve fibers is known as corpus callosum. Now, so what is the main work of the cerebrum? It is responsible for thinking, intelligence, consciousness, memory, imagination, reasoning, and willpower. So, this is 1 2 mark question. What are the functions of cerebrum? What are the functions of cerebrum? The functions of cerebrum are, that is, cerebrum is responsible for thinking. You know the meaning of thinking? Intelligence, consciousness, memory, imagination, reasoning, and willpower. Next, we have to say diencephalon. Okay, what is in diencephalon? That is thalamus. Thalamus is the part. Thalamus, where is diencephalon means? What is present in the diencephalon means thalamus. Thalamus is present in diencephalon. It is the relay center. Thalamus is relay center. This is what I said. Brain is controlling center. Thalamus is relay center. It is present in diencephalon. Further, we can divide the thalamus into hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, it lies base of the thalamus. It controls, that is, what are the functions, what are the organ present, we have to say the function. We may not expect only book back questions will come. Science, in case of science, you know well, even 9th standard itself we got the book back questions, even 10th. So, what are the questions? I said important, just you note down. What are the functions of hypothalamus? Where is hypothalamus? Thalamus present in the diencephalon. Base of the thalamus we can see the hypothalamus. What are the functions of the hypothalamus? That is involuntary function, that is not in our control. Automatically it can happen. That those functions are known as what? Involuntary functions. Hunger you know, not anger. Hunger, pasin solram paranga. Thirst, sleep, sweating, sexual desire, anger, both. Fear, water balance, blood pressure, etc. is carried over by hypothalamus. Because all these important functions are carried over, it is known as thermoregulatory center of the body. Hypothalamus is known as thermo. Thermo means what? Heat. Thermoregulatory center. Okay, next midbrain and hindbrain. Midbrain, it is next to that. It has 4 rounded bodies. In the midbrain we got 4 rounded bodies. The 4 rounded bodies are known as, next we have to say what? Forebrain only we have seen, midbrain. Here the important point is 4 rounded brain. 4 rounded bodies. The 4 rounded bodies are known as corporoquadrigemina. Corporo, split the word. Quadri, gemina. The 4 lobes are known as corporoquadrigemina and the hind brain. It consists of cerebellum, pons, medulla oblongata. Then cerebellum, this is the next largest part. Next to the cerebrum, cerebellum. Largest part, the main function is it coordinates, I said already, cerebrum. It coordinates voluntary movements. Cerebellum is important for voluntary movements. Involuntary, not in our control. Voluntary, in our control. It maintains the body balance also. Pons, I said already, it is the bridge fibers of nerves. It connects both the thing. It is the meaning, pons means what? In the Latin, it means bridge. So, it is connecting the 2 lobes. And medulla oblongata, this is the posterior most part of the brain. And it develops into spinal cord. It regulates vomiting and salivation. Okay, so what are the parts I said? Brain, human nervous system is controlled into cerebral, peripherous and autonomic. We have seen central nervous system, and it consists of brain and spinal cord. And the brain, it further divided into 3, midbrain, hindbrain and forebrain. The forebrain, what is this? Cerebrum and diencephalon. Cerebrum, what's the function? I said we can see corpus callosum there. The diencephalon, it is the relay center. The midbrain, we have 4 rounded bodies, that is corporoquadrigemina. And cerebellum, I said this is next to the cerebrum, it is the largest part. The main function is voluntary movements is carried over by cerebrum. Pons, it is the bridge. The Latin, it means what? Bridge, and it's a connecting thing. It is a relay signal between cerebellum, spinal cord, midbrain and all. Medulla oblongata, it develops into the spinal cord. And it connects to the brain and spinal cord, medulla oblongata, it connects brain and spinal cord and develops into spinal cord also. So, what are the function we have to say? It's given in page number 223 clearly. If you are not marking in the book, you can learn that. Cerebral cortex, thalamus, hypothalamus, cerebellum, pons, medulla. So, cerebral cortex, I said already, that is control of voluntary function. Thalamus acts as a release station. Hypothalamus, that is base of the thalamus, is known as what? Hypothalamus. It controls the temperature, thirst, anger and all, I said. Cerebellum, it maintains the body in the stable condition. Pons, medulla, they are connecting bridges. Now, next class we have to see spinal cord and what are the things related to that. So, is there any doubts? You can make your questions to me regarding this through my WhatsApp number, whatever it may be. Okay, children. Thank you. We'll see in another class.